You know that quiet moment when your home feels calm in a way that doesn't need explaining. No background noise pulling at your attention, no energy competing for focus. Just a soft presence nearby, aware of you but not demanding. If that kind of peace feels familiar, this video is going to feel uncomfortably accurate. Here's the line most people never hear. If dogs drain you instead of energize you, this isn't a personality quirk. It's not coldness. It's your nervous system setting a boundary. For some people, dogs feel like warmth. For others, they feel like noise. And that difference explains far more than pet preference. It explains how your nervous system handles the world. There's a type of pet lover who doesn't want a house full of animals. They don't want overlapping needs, constant activity, or emotional momentum that never slows down. They want cats, only cats. And this difference shows up everywhere, not just with pets. Some nervous systems stabilize through activity. They calm down when energy is high, interaction is constant, and emotions are visible. Dogs are perfect for that system. They initiate contact, mirror excitement, and keep the emotional current moving. Other nervous systems work differently. They settle through stillness, predictability, and low demand. Calm isn't boring. Calm is functional. And this is where most people get it wrong. Cats don't flood a space with expectation. They don't check in or seek reassurance. They simply exist nearby. And for certain people, that presence isn't just pleasant, it's regulating. Pet lovers who choose only cats aren't avoiding connection, they're avoiding overload. Their days are spent anticipating, adapting, reading subtle cues, and managing emotional environments. By the time they get home, their nervous system doesn't want another relationship that needs active maintenance. Affection that requires performance doesn't feel like affection to a sensitive nervous system. It feels like work. Human closeness can feel invasive long before it feels loving. Cats don't cross that line. They offer connection without intrusion. Not having to stay vigilant feels like safety. A cat never assumes access to you. Its affection is offered, not imposed. When it chooses to sit near you, there's no expectation of conversation, eye contact, or emotional output. When it leaves, it doesn't require reassurance or justification. And here's where science quietly backs what you already feel. Before thought, before interpretation, before emotion even has language, there is the nervous system. A cat's purr operates at low, rhythmic frequencies the human nervous system responds to instinctively. Breathing slows, muscles soften, stress hormones drop. Nothing urgent is happening, no action required, no vigilance needed. For people who spend their lives managing emotional environments, this kind of regulation is rare. Silence can feel empty, noise can feel overwhelming, but a purr sits perfectly in between. It fills space without invading it. That's why cat-only pet lovers describe being settled, as if their internal rhythm finally matches the world around them. Now, about intelligence and creativity, research shows cat lovers score higher in openness and abstract thinking, not because cats make people smarter, but because certain traits cluster together. This isn't about superiority. It's about compatibility. People who prefer cats often thrive in solitude, reflection, reading, writing, and deep focus. These states require uninterrupted mental space. Cats protect that space. They coexist alongside attention without pulling it outward. They preserve focus instead of fragmenting it. Modern culture treats solitude as something to fix. Quiet is framed as loneliness. But for cat-only households, quiet is where clarity forms. The human brain also responds automatically to baby-like features: large eyes, rounded faces, soft movements. When a cat looks at you, your brain doesn't register predator, it registers vulnerable presence. Care flows outward without emotional demand. The cat doesn't require cheerfulness, It doesn't monitor your mood. It doesn't ask to be reassured. Nurturing something that doesn't intrude allows closeness without overload. And now, the inward turn. This was never really about pets. It was about the kind of nervous system you have and the kind of world it functions best in. If you're sensitive, observant, easily overstimulated, and drawn to quiet connection, loving only cats doesn't mean you're distant or disconnected. It means you're wired for presence without pressure. Cats don't test loyalty. They don't confuse intensity with intimacy. They simply exist with you. And for some people, that quiet companionship isn't a preference, it's a necessity. We love creatures that don't need us, and that choice is quietly radical. In a culture obsessed with being needed and constantly validated, cat-only pet lovers have chosen connection by preference, not dependency. If your home has only cats, know this is what your nervous system chose for you. Your cat didn't just end up with you. Your body recognized exactly what it needed.